Good evening and welcome to Up Close with Hillview Church. Real God, real people. Tonight we are having a very special service. Oh, well, you know, every Thursday night we have very special services. We're just relaxed, having our coffee from our offices or from our homes. But tonight is very special because we are going to have a couple of guests coming through, and we will be talking about our experience in Hillview Church for the past 6 years. That's right, we are celebrating our 6th anniversary, and we are so excited, and we'll be sharing our excitement with you. Hosting you tonight, my name is Farai Tai, and my first guest is Brahma. Brahma, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello, good people there at home. My name is Brahma Chideka. Now I'm called a courageous. I've been here for a very long time, like since we were at the cinema. So I'm Kalanga.
Oh, okay.
From Makobo, like a small village next to Francistown.
Oh,
I don't know whether you have been that side of the country.
I've only been to Francistown, but not the villages that are surrounding there. I would like to go there one time.
Yeah, you should. You should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Along the road that leads to Orapa. Yeah. That's where I come from, and I'm blessed with 3 beautiful children.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, happily married. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's me, and I enjoy myself here at Hillview Church. So.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So you see, already we are getting into our excitement about being part of Hillview Church. So my first question to you, or before I ask this question, I want you guys back home, I want you guys to hashtag in the comment section down below. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us your home village. I think, let me also share my home village. All right. But tell us your home village. Tell us where you're watching from, and tell us your experience, how your experience has been with Hillview Church for the past 6 years. And remember, don't leave out the hashtag, celebrating 6 years of grace. Yeah. So tell us, what made you stay in Hillview? How were you introduced to Hillview, and what really stood out for you? What made you stay in Hillview Church?
I think Hillview is very unique in terms of approach. You know, they're just natural. Like when you get there, you don't struggle to blend. So a friend of mine is a colleague of mine. He introduced me to the church. In fact, I used to see him doing a lot of stuff for the church.
Oh, okay.
Then I got interested. I went through some of the stuff, and I was very interested.
Wow.
Then ultimately he told me the church is by the cinema. Then I was like, cinema? Okay. Do we pay when we get there?
That is the exact experience that I had when I was introduced to this church. A friend of mine brought me to church, and while we were going, because I was new in Gaborone, so I didn't know places. So this guy takes me to a mall. I'm like, I thought you said church starts in 30 minutes. It's like, yeah, church is here. So I was also thinking, are we going to pay when we enter? Yeah, but right now, and as you can see, guys, our church has grown. Right now, we're in the studio. We have our own building, and the church is growing. So you were introduced to the church while we were still at the cinema, yeah?
Yes. So when I got there, like the kind of sermons that I had there, like they spoke to me, like they spoke to my issues, and
wow.
I felt really encouraged. Sometimes like life can take you places.
Sure.
Like
that's right.
So as you get to hear this kind of messages, you start recollecting and refocusing and doing things differently. You know, I think the messages are very powerful. Don't miss them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think my experience with the message, I would track back to, I think I was introduced to Hillview Church around February, and I think it was around the time of Valentine's.
Yes.
So I thought, you know how we expect when we go to church, everything is going to be biblical and everything. And our lead pastor then was talking about love relations, and he wasn't talking about love relations with God. He talked about love relations with our families, and with having your spouse and whatnot. And I felt I could relate very well with this church because they don't only tackle with issues of the spirit, but even issues that we deal with in our daily lives. And that is a very amazing thing about Hillview Church, and I always hold on to that.
Yes.
As a father, as a parent, you had mentioned that you have 3 kids and you have a very beautiful wife.
Yes, yes.
How has Hillview Church helped you in being a parent?
I think, Hella, generally we are encouraged to teach our children the right ways through the Bible, and it did really came handy.
Yeah.
That's what we are doing. We are focusing on like bringing them up in a godly manner. When we go to church, we bring them along.
Yeah.
And they're very excited. They always like enjoy the place.
Wow.
They always enjoy the Sunday school service and everything that happens there. You know, even my wife and I, we really enjoy coming to the church.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, initially I'll be told like, Sunday, let's go to church. I'll be sleeping and like dragging myself from the bed, and you know. But this time around, I'm the one telling my wife, hey, it's time, let's go to church.
Yeah, and it's good. And you want to appreciate a place that gives you a longing. Like you always want to be there and you can't wait to be there. And like you mentioned, your children are very excited about being here. The church has got programs for kids. We've got Kids Zone, Teen Zone, and we also have Next Gen for the youth. So if you're out there, you're a parent and your kids are just sitting at home, just know that Hillview Church has got you covered. Any age range of your children, we have got you covered. So I think my last question to you is, what message do you have to the men that are watching out there? But generally to everyone, but I want you to just target the men as parents, as fathers, and as even businessmen. What encouragement do you have to them concerning being a partner at Hillview Church?
I like to just say, as a man, you must be a leader. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be leading as a pastor, leading as a chief, a leader in your own house.
That's right.
And you must make sure you have direction so that your wife and children can follow.
That's right.
And these are the things that we learn here at Hillview Church.
Yeah,
sometimes you are a man, you are there and you have doubts and you don't trust yourself. But with the teachings and the interaction with, we forgot to mention the courageous men.
Oh, yeah.
With interaction with courageous men and upliftment through, like, we talk about business, we talk about so many things. So you end up, you know, changing, and you know, even when things are difficult, you are there. You don't hide behind your wife. You stand and you make sure that everything is going to be okay.
Lead as a man, and what better training ground for such leadership than in the house of God, than at Hillview Church, where we have the program, Courageous Men. Courageous Men, I can't wait to be part of that group. Right now, I'm still busy with Next Generation. I'm still busy with Next Generation, but as you have heard, you lead best when you are in the house of the Lord. Thank you so much for joining me on this talk show. It's been a great pleasure. So guys, remember, continue telling us your experiences and where you're watching from, and stay tuned for our next guest. From me and Brahma, we say goodbye.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, thank you. Welcome back to Up Close with Hillview Church. Real God, real people. My name is Farai Tai, and I am your host for tonight. If you're just joining in, please tell us where you're watching from, and remember to share with us your experience in Hillview Church for the past 6 years, or for tell us how long you've been in Hillview Church, and share with us your experience with Hillview Church in that period of time. Right about now, I just want to introduce to you guys my next guest, Chenesani. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Farai. Hi, everyone. My name is Chenesani Patela Basile. I recently got married, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in actuarial management with the University of Heriot-Watt. Nice. So I've been partner here for 4 years now. So out of the 6 years, I've been here for 4 years. Nice. Yeah. So I don't know about you, but I probably beat you there.
Yeah, you definitely do. I think I've been a partner for 3 years, I think.
Oh, okay. Great. So perhaps we should swap seats.
Yeah. Just be the host. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So tell us, what brought you to Hillview Church, and what has made you stay for that long?
So as I just mentioned, I recently got married.
Oh, and congratulations about that.
Thank you. So love basically brought me to Hillview Church. It was through my then boyfriend who invited me to the church. I had recently just come back from university in the UK, and I did not have a place of worship.
Okay.
So he invited me here, and from the very first service, Farai, I could tell that this was going to be home.
Wow.
And it was, from the praise and worship to the pastor to the people, just the atmosphere in its entirety, it felt like home. And when you're coming back from university, there's a void.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm the only one who probably felt this, but there was such a void because for a very long time, for 3 years of my life, I felt like I was just focusing on school.
Okay.
And I felt like I had missed a lot on what God could have done in my life.
Wow. Okay.
And that really filled that void.
Wow.
So that's the biggest reason why I've stayed for so long. The fact that I feel at home, and the fact that I feel like God has placed me here for a lot of reasons, over and above expanding me as a person. But there's also a hope that I, as well as an individual, can contribute whatever it is I can contribute to the atmosphere of the church.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, that is a beautiful experience.
Thank you.
I feel like my experience is, okay, you know what, let me just pick something from your experience.
Yeah.
You know, my first experience here was, I got very surprised at my first interaction with our lead pastor. I was sitting in the audience. I think we were waiting for the service to begin.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there, and then this guy just shows up in some jeans and a t-shirt. He came and sat next to me. I was like, what's your name? I tell him my name, and then he introduces himself. He didn't even say my name is Pastor.
That's OJ for you, yeah?
So after we just had the conversation, I felt like I was just having a conversation with one of the brothers in the church.
Yeah.
Then after the service, I realized this, and he wasn't preaching on that day. But then afterwards, my friend who invited me, is the one who said, so that is our lead pastor. His name is Pastor OJ. I'm like, that's your pastor.
That's how he is. And like you are saying, that's one of the things that you feel at home because there's no hierarchy.
Yes.
You don't feel like you are at the bottom of the food chain or whatever it is. You're scrapping for the last crumbs. You feel at home because even you can have a conversation with the pastor. You have a problem, you can confide in the next person. Yeah.
And that is I promise you, that is one of the highlights of being a partner of Hillview Church.
It very much
is. And that energy goes around everywhere, not only with our lead pastor, but the rest of our pastors.
Very much so.
And
the kids.
And the kids, and especially in fellows. Let me just ask you to tell us something about fellows.
Okay, so I currently reside in Phase 4. I started attending fellows maybe a couple of months after being a partner. So fellows, the way it's structured is such that that's your family. And when I say that, I don't use that word lightly, family. You really feel like you can confide in these people. You really feel like you can count on them for whatever it is that you need, be it a celebration, be it a sad moment, be it needing a moment of upliftment. You can literally call one of them, and after that call, you feel such joy because they make you feel like you're not the only one who might be going through whatever it is, and they bring it to that level. So that's what I've experienced at fellows.
And you know, my experience with fellows, I think I dodged fellows for like a few months, just when I joined Hillview Church. I think I dodged fellows for a while, and I could always hear our lead pastor talking about fellows saying, when you join Hillview Church, you join two churches. There's the smaller church and the larger church. So they would always talk about fellows and how interactive it is and everything. I didn't understand what they were talking about until I was part of a fellow group.
Definitely.
And I promise you, that was the greatest experience ever. I don't even know who snitched and told them when my birthday was. But these guys celebrated my birthday like they were part of family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it made me feel so loved.
And at home.
And at home.
Yeah.
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 So as you said you're studying for your master's.
Yes, I am.
So in what way has Hillview impacted your life towards your career and towards you chasing your dreams?
Oh, wow. In a lot of ways, in the sense that the biggest one would definitely be the messages that we get on a Sunday basis, so to say.
Okay.
So the way I've realized life to be structured is everything is intertwined. And church puts everything into perspective for me, at least.
Wow.
So as I am studying, what is the purpose of my studying?
Okay.
What role am I playing as well with the people that I'm studying with? So Hillview has made me realize that in every atmosphere that you are in as an individual, you can serve God.
Wow.
Because right now I'm doing my studies online. And I don't think I'd be able to do that if I did not have the strength that was imparted in me by being a member of this church. If I didn't have an opportunity to have such a breather as I'm having right now, to have people that I'm surrounded with that are so ambitious enough to uplift me as well and to have me reach for greater heights. So Hillview imparts you in a lot of ways, really, as long as you are involved, you are able to learn, you are able to teach as well, and you are able to realize your greatest goals. And sometimes one of the current messages that we are undergoing, one of the big messages that we are undergoing through Pastor OJ is how imaginations sponsor us as individuals. And I'm getting to realize that through everything that has happened in my life, it has all been sponsored by imagination.
True.
My getting to do my master's, it's something that was so far-fetched. If I were to tell you 3 years ago, I did not think I'd be able to do my master's. But through prayer, through persistence, through imagination, and all those things come from being a member of this church. I would not be as confident to have taken on this path had it not been for the support, had it not been for everything that has been imparted in me from the church. So that's how it's helped me, really.
That is beautiful and mind-blowing. That is so beautiful. I think Brahma, our previous guest, had also mentioned something about the significance of the word and how it applies to our daily life. But you have put it in such a great perspective. I don't want to dilute that. I'm going to let that sink in for myself. And while we're enjoying this discussion, guys, please continue sharing with us your experience with Hillview Church in the comment section. So lastly, what message do you have for a young entrepreneur that is watching right now, a student? What message do you have for them? Just a word of encouragement, or what benefits they would have being in the kingdom of God? Right now we're talking about being a partner of Hillview Church. What message would you give to them?
One thing I realized as a student, I think I mentioned it earlier on, that you find that you lose track of going to church in the midst of assignments, in the midst of deadlines at work. You end up regressing a bit. And I think that's one of the things that I found myself doing. But it's one of those things that I will encourage everyone to say, God guides us in every step of the way. And I don't think I'll be where I am right now if it weren't for God. Those derails that we get from, be it friends, be it whatever, they derail our passions. But where God is concerned, it's sponsored, and it's sponsored at a quicker and at an elevated level, more than you can ever imagine. So I would really encourage them to say, there is no place that will encourage you, that will nurture you, your dreams, your aspirations more than church. And to be specific, more as Hillview can. Because speaking from experience, I don't think I would have ever gotten the kind of support that I did anywhere else, to be honest. From the pastors, from the people, From the little kids such as Arifa, those little smiles, that place of feeling so much at home. When you don't have a dad, you will find a dad here. You will find a dad figure, a sister, and the like. So I would really encourage them to say, I know these are tough times, more especially for people who are looking for jobs.
Yeah.
But when you come to such a place that encourages you and tells you, listen, God has a plan. No matter what transpires in your life, no matter the derails or what might seem to us as derails in our life path, God always has a plan. And that is the message that is consistently being drilled. And the more you hear it, the more you believe it.
The more you believe it,
And the more you believe it, the more it's sponsored in the heavenly realm.
Wow.
So that is what I will encourage to anyone who's watching, who might be undergoing derailments where career is concerned, where school is concerned, that come to Hillview, and trust me, you will be elevated beyond levels. This is the church.
Wow. I think she has said everything explicitly. Wow. That was so insightful. I feel like I should have had like a notebook here. That was, what better place to receive your strength than the house of God?
Yeah.
Whoa. That was, you know what? I need to digest this. All right, Chedasani, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Farai.
And thank you to everyone that is tuned in. Please stay tuned because I have another guest coming to you right after this. Welcome back to Up Close with Hillview Church, Real God, Real People. My name is Farai Tai, and I am back with another guest. If you're just joining us, please tell us where you're watching from and share with us your experience with Hillview Church. And tell us how long you've been a partner, and tell us your experience. Tell us about your experience as you've been a partner of Hillview Church. Remember, hashtag in the comment section down below, celebrating 6 years of grace. With me, I am with Kathy here. Kathy, please introduce yourself.
First of all, thank you for having me for Right High.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so most people don't know this, but my first name is Tshepang Catherine Sikamo.
Oh.
Yeah, so I go by the name Kathy for short.
Yeah, because you want to sound sophisticated.
No, that just happened to be the most popular name when I first joined the church. I don't know how, but most people call me Kathy here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm a degree holder in sociology.
Oh, that's nice.
But I'm very diverse. But I'm into the panel beating business.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Talk about multi-talent.
Very multi.
All right. So tell us, how did you get to know about Hillview Church? And when did you know about Hillview Church? And how long have you been here? And why have you been here for that long?
How I got to hear about Hillview is a story for another day. But in short, I had just left the church I was serving in. So I was looking for a place that I could settle in.
Okay.
And I happened to have heard about Hillview from one of a family member who happens to be a partner here in Hillview. Yeah. So that was in 2015. So I showed up in Hillview for the very first service while in Baisa Hall.
Whoa.
In 2015 July.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I think Hillview started in June.
In June.
But I showed up July. I attended first service, second service, third service. I was sold.
And you were glued.
So I've been a partner since 2015 July.
Wow.
To date.
Wow, I feel like such a child here. And I'm out here hosting people. First of all, our previous guest has been here for 4 years. Kathy has been here for 6 years. And I'm here with my 3 years. And okay, but let me just say, look at my enthusiasm. Look at my enthusiasm. I'm over here. I'm hosting, and I'm also serving in the praise and worship. Let's talk about serving.
Yeah.
You are currently serving in the hospitality.
Yes.
And from what I hear, I've just been hearing, but you tell us.
I hope it's good.
It's good. I hear that you've been serving for the longest time. So maybe tell us, how long have you been serving, and how is your experience serving in Hillview Church?
I've been serving, like I said, I attended first service, second service, third service. I noticed, well, there's not a person who's standing by the door to say, hi, hello, welcome,
Whoa.
have a seat. And I chipped in. So that was my first encounter with serving in the hospitality team.
Wow.
For the very first time in Hillview.
Wow.
And I've been doing that.
And do you know that you started a trend that made some of us feel comfortable in Hillview? Because I'll tell you what, one of the things that made me stay in Hillview was the welcome that I received. And to hear that I am sitting right next to the person who initiated this warmth, it's such a privilege.
I am touched. So I started serving that way. Then I noticed because I by the way, I'm an image and etiquette coach. So, you know, etiquette, there's a certain way of doing things. There's a certain way of sitting, welcoming people and all that. So I felt, okay, I might as well as put my talents to use in God's house.
Wow.
So let me just bring it to the front and serve in that area.
Wow.
So I served in that.
Wow, and there is an opportunity with you guys. So it doesn't matter what you do. Bring your professions in the house of God.
And your gifts.
And your gifts. Bring your gifts in the house. There's a lot of places that you could put your gifts and your talents and your professions into good use in the house of God.
Definitely.
Wow. So just tell me, what message do you have to someone that is watching that has been a partner of Hillview Church, but they are not serving in any ministry, or they are serving? Okay, let's start with those that are serving, and then maybe say something to those that are willing to serve, but they feel like they haven't gotten the opportunity to serve. What message do you think you have for them?
Yeah, I think for those of us who are already serving, my encouragement would just be for them to keep on. You know, sometimes you think you're doing something and you're not being noticed. The important thing is to notice that, is to believe that what you're doing, you're not doing it unto man, but you're doing it unto God. And God definitely notices when we do things. At a very personal level, there are times where I came to church and I served while I was bleeding.
Wow.
And I've realized that there's always a blessing attached to that.
True.
So whenever I'm home sleeping and I'm feeling lazy to come to church, I know that there's a blessing that's waiting for me. If I choose to leave my blankets, the comfort of my home, to go and serve in God's house, you don't know. Maybe that particular day, the very, very smile that you're going to use at the door is going to save someone's life.
Wow.
You know, and I've had people coming to me and said, you know what, I decided to stay at Hillview because of the very warm welcome that you gave me. It felt like you knew me, even though I didn't know that person. So I encourage people to really serve, get up, serve, keep on, keep on, keep on. I know people are not coming to church because they're saying Corona this, COVID this, COVID this. But guess what? God, we always say that God is a God of all seasons. So we also need to be consistent. And if you expect God to bless you during COVID, you should also keep your end and say, I'm going to serve God, whether it's in season or out of season.
Very true.
And for those of us who are willing to serve, please get up, identify a gap.
Yes.
Like I'm saying, I got into the serving ministry because
I felt identified.
There was a gap. And I also felt like I can use my gift in God's house. I can use my gift to lift up God's house. So there's always something that you can do in God's house.
Wow.
Always, even if it's just picking up litter, it's something. Serving doesn't necessarily have to be at the forefront. Or even if you like working in the background, there's always something
there's always something for you to do.
Always. And whether you're young or old or what, serving is serving.
Serving. Wow. That is beautiful. You know, one of my experiences in serving as a partner of Hillview Church, I don't know if you have noticed about my enthusiasm. I am so enthused. Look at me right now. Like, you could have any other person serving as just in the music industry, and then they're just there. But you look at me now. I'm hosting a show here. Next weekend, come for church. You see me behind the camera somewhere.
Yes.
You see me at the projector.
Or behind the drums.
Or behind the drums.
Yeah.
And there's a certain fulfillment that comes
with serving.
In the house of God. And I like the energy that is with every other person that is volunteering and serving.
Yeah.
You won't feel like you're an alien.
Exactly.
I promise you.
Yeah.
You won't even feel like there's any work being done.
Yeah.
We all do this with glad hearts.
Yeah.
And I promise you, God rewards our work.
He does. In season, in time, he always comes
True.
to reward us.
Whoa, you know what you just did to me? You just put 10 more years into my
Thank you.
into my passion for serving. So you guys have heard it. What better place to place your talents, your gifts, and your profession than in the house of God?
Yeah.
Like you look
the
at
very person who put it in.
The very person who put it.
Yeah.
Wow. Reminds me of tithing.
Yeah.
So, as you have heard from Kathy, and as you have heard from me, my testimony of what made me stay here, it was by her decision to serve. How many lives could you change or impact just by you serving in the house of God? All right. I think I'm gonna take that in, and I hope you guys are taking that in as well. And please do not forget to continue telling us your experiences. If you're serving in any ministry, tell us how your experience serving in that ministry has been. So I think I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being part of our show. So guys, stay tuned. I'll be coming right back with my next guest. Welcome back to Up Close with Hillview Church, Real God, Real People. My name is Farai Tai, and I am your host for tonight. So far, we've had a chat with 3 partners of Hillview Church, and as you guys can tell that we're having so much fun up here. And so I'm encouraging you to continue sharing with us your experience in the comment section down below. Remember to tell us where you're watching from, and also remember to hashtag celebrating 6 years of grace. Yeah? All right. So right now, I'm about to introduce our very last guest, Victoria. Vicky, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Victoria Keletso and I'm a 4th-year student at the University of Botswana. I'm studying double major in political science and public administration with a minor in international relations.
Wow, that sounds very fancy if you ask me. All right, let's dive right into it.
Awesome.
So, tell me, how did you get to know about Hillview Church? What introduced you to Hillview Church?
Well, my journey started 3 years ago in 2017 when I was just coming to Gaborone as a naive young, varsity student who just got accepted at the University of Botswana. And I happened to cross a very nice purple flyer, and it had these details that come and join us at the cinema. And I was like, what?
At the cinema?
The cinema, church cinema. Okay, we're going to watch a Jesus movie. And I was like, ever since then, I've never turned back.
Yeah, I've had the same experience with you. And by the way, I also became a partner of Hillview Church 3 years ago. So you and me, we are the same age in Hillview Church.
Awesome.
So I was invited by a friend.
Okay.
So I was sharing the same sentiments because I thought we were going to church, and then this guy was taking me to a mall.
Whoa.
And then we get there, we're going to the cinema. I'm like, hey, bruh, I thought we were going for church.
Next thing you know.
And then we go inside, and it was an amazing experience.
Wow.
So tell us, what is it about Hillview that you liked so much that you have stayed for 3 years?
Wow. One thing about Hillview is that the word is unfiltered, is authentic, and
very true.
It's life building.
Yes, very true.
And a lot of us as young people, we hear many voices, we hear many advices, we hear so many things, and the world, we're having so many things follow us, and you need a place where you can gain stability and hear the truth as it is. And Hillview has been that for me, and I've grown so much, and it has opened doors for me. Just hearing the word has really built me to the woman I've become.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. As you can see, guys, everyone that has come on this platform is talking about the word. I promise you, I kid you not, this word is authentic. I promise you. You see how we're talking about it? We're not even exaggerating it. You see, this is not even scripted. We're just having a conversation.
Honestly.
And you can tell that. And I bet some of you guys in the comment section, you are agreeing with Victoria and me right now and saying that the word that is being preached here is very authentic. True. So Victoria, you serve in one of the ministries at Hillview Church, right?
Yes.
So tell us about your experience serving and how long you've been serving. Have you been serving since you started coming to Hillview? Tell us about that experience.
All right. I'm serving in the praise and worship, and I have been serving for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
Because I had to wait for a probation, and where I got to know the skills on how voice projection, and when I say Hillview really builds you, I mean with your talents, and cultures you and nourishes you.
Very true.
That for you to serve in a very excellent way. My experience has been explicit in the sense that I've had so many encounters with God. I was able to experience my ministry in a very amazing way because I never knew. I was given platforms that I never thought I'd be given in any place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think I share the same sentiments. You know, when I came here first, my profession, I'm a musician by profession. So when I came here as a drummer, a professional drummer. So I thought, you know how you join a church, knowing that this is my area of profession.
Yeah.
But then when I was introduced to the music here, there was like a certain type of excellency that was there.
Yeah.
And I also got to understand that no one is a star.
No one is
So I
a
came
star.
here and I got a lot of trainings, and one thing I love about Hillview is excellence.
True.
We love to do everything to detail of excellence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just tell me how it is, how you're able to manage life in school and also being part of the ministry in Hillview Church.
The beauty about being in Hillview is that they cultivate you in a way that you are goal-orientated and you're focused.
Yes.
I always encourage people that life shouldn't only be focused on your exteriors.
Yes.
Your spiritual growth is very important in the sense that you need to focus on experiencing God and serving Him.
True.
Serving is a very vital place in your life, be it in your profession, be it in your personal life. Never forget to serve, because it will take you to places. A lot of students fear serving.
True.
Because they're like, oh no, school, but they are people who've made it. And I'm a testimony that you can balance school with serving at church. It's very much possible.
Wow. Yeah, I can attest to that because we're serving in the same ministry. We've had times when Victoria is very passionate about serving, that she's saying, can I please join you? I'll be late because I have a test and I have an exam. But the passion to serving, so I can attest and I agree with everything that you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, so to conclude this, I know you've already started with that, but what message do you have for mostly our next generation, yeah? What message do you have for the guys that are in school? And how can you help them relate to your experience here? How can you encourage them to serve as much as to believe in God for success in their career path?
All right. I would just want to advise my fellow next gens and those who are still yet to join us that your excellence lies in serving.
Yes.
Your prosperity lies in serving.
Wow.
You will receive opportunities because you served in the church. I'm a testimony of that, that serving wholeheartedly and fully will open doors that you never imagined for yourself.
Wow.
So I'd like to encourage you that please do participate wherever you can, explore your talent, because you never know what God wants to use you for.
Wow.
That is my word for you tonight.
Wow. That was insightful. I think, You know what? I said this on, I think when we had Kathy, I said this. I needed to have a notebook. You guys are saying you're giving very nice pointers. All right, guys, thank you so much. You've heard it all. There is no place, I keep saying this, there is no place better to improve and to grow, both spiritually and in things of your life, of your daily life, than in the house of God, more especially in Hillview Church. Like our slogan says, real God, real people. We make sure that we are real with life, as we are real with spirituality. All right, so as we wrap up this show, I just want to urge you guys that stay tuned, and we just want to thank you as well for partnering with us for the past 6 years. Continue sharing your experiences in the comment section. Let's keep that hashtag going on. And remember, subscribe to our YouTube page, like our Facebook page, like all the videos, and always comment and share. Always share these messages with someone close to you. My name is Farai Tai one more time, and we are Hillview Church, real God, real people.